Hello and welcome to another episode of Signals from the Inside. I'm your host, Maisie Smith-Lovett. This is a space where we decode the symptoms no one else can explain so you can finally understand what your body is trying to tell you. On today's episode, I am going to talk to you about why successful women feel stuck despite everything that they've done. And I really want to talk even deeper, the hidden stress that affects your body and your business, because I think a lot of times we don't connect those dots. So, and I do see it all the time, especially having been working with primarily business owners in the past 4 to 6 years alone. Women who are successful on paper, but internally they feel exhausted, anxious, disconnected, or stuck. And this was me. And it's not a mindset work thing. They've done all that, checked all those boxes. They've invested in coaching. They've tried, maybe even gone to therapy or other forms of coaching or therapy or mindset work, supplements, workouts, routines, but yet something still feels off. And that's because the body remembers what the mind forgets or tries to move past. Hidden stress doesn't just affect the body. So we've been taught to separate body, business, relationships, and everything else that you could possibly think of, finances, da, 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 da. But the same nervous system that you use at home walks into sales calls. That same nervous system that you use at home walks into content creation, into leadership, into communication, into visibility. Hidden stress impacts your confidence. It impacts your consistency. It impacts your creativity. It impacts how you receive money or don't, your boundaries, the way you speak up, the way you walk, and the way you move in a room. And this can kind of go into, just to give you some examples, women who overthink their posts every single time. They hesitate, they overthink it, they start putting themselves in the mix of, what are people going to think? What are they going to say what are they going to think when I say this? So then you start changing your messaging and what you wanted to say, and it already sounds like a completely different person by the time you're done. And it's not because you're bad at content. It's because visibility doesn't feel emotionally safe. Somewhere along the way, I was just having a call with a client today about her business, and it was a fear of being misunderstood. So she goes into the space where she's word vomiting everything about herself. Somebody is going to understand who I am. The superpower behind that is to speak less. Speak less. Speak bold, speak strong, speak truth. And that's it. That's it. Symptoms are signals. So for this client, this was coming back to her growing up where her voice wasn't heard. There was a situation that had happened and somebody asked her to speak up. She started to, and they twisted the story right in front of her face. That was not the story that she was trying to say. So to make sure that never happened again, guess where it's going to show up? Relationships, business. It's going to show up in your health, thyroid issues. The list goes on. Bloating, fatigue, jaw tension, hormone issues. I mean, we can keep going. They're not random. They're all connected, and your body is continuously communicating. It's telling you, I'm overwhelmed, I don't feel safe, and I've been carrying this for far too long. So your body stores those survival patterns, the patterns of perfectionism, making sure I'm going to get it right, the overfunctioning, the people pleasing. Let me do anything. If I need to negotiate my prices, whatever the case is, hyper independence. Oh, I got this. I don't need to ask for help. It's fine. Fear of being judged, fear of being rejected, fear of failure, or fear of success. These patterns affect your cortisol, your gut health, your inflammation, your hormones, your metabolism, and your nervous system. And they affect how you show up in your business, online, how you sell, how you communicate, how you receive support, and how you allow yourself to rest. And I think that's the biggest one nobody realizes. The reason that you've done all this work, you've done all the therapies or the mindset works, and why those things have not fully worked is because therapy and mindset work can help with awareness, right? They can help on the mental side of things, but the body is still going to hold on to stress. So what you have to do is you have to do both. And where most get it wrong is they separate. Because while you might be trying to change, I am safe, the nervous system may still believe, but we are not safe. While you're telling yourself, I don't have to prove myself, the nervous system says, yes, we always have to prove ourselves. You're trying to tell yourself it's okay to slow down. It's never okay to slow down. I can't slow down. Don't you know what that means? You can't out strategize a dysregulated nervous system. So this is where healing actually changes everything. Because when women heal, they stop shrinking, they feel calmer, they think clearer, they sound clearer in their messaging, their marketing. They're safer to be seen. They're more emotionally regulated. So trolls online, that's okay. That's not a rejection anymore. That's not an attack at my character. That's not me being misunderstood. That's a you problem. They're less reactive. They're more confident. Business improves because they themselves improve. This is why we do stress mapping sessions. This is why I even do business energy scans for my clients, because an energetic assessment is going to tell you more of your body and your business and how those wounds are interacting. So, hidden stress mapping session. What I'm going to give to you guys today, though, I want you to check it out in the description. This is my Signals from the Inside. It's a complete free guide. I want you to go get it. It's going to give you some suggestions of 10 common symptoms that most high achieving women tend to go through. And it's also going to connect those dots into how it shows up in your business, because that's important. We need to be able to connect the dots to see where we can make the improvements, where we can make the shifts, where we can bring the two pieces together to heal. And when we identify what those gaps are and we bring them together, this is where those signals become evident to know what to do moving forward. So that's what I'm going to encourage you guys. Check it out. Signals from the Inside. It's a free guide that you can go get in the description. I'm going to encourage you go get it. And of course, if you love the content that I'm putting out, give me a like, give me a share, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.